So this is me versus Rapha in the winner bracket finals decider match.
3, 2, 1.
So whoever wins this will be placed directly into the grand finals. This map, because I won one and he won one, and it's best of 3. So I get Mega Yellow, dodge the rail in case he's looking for it. He's not looking for it. In case he gets LG and tries to go for that rail angle, he spams some rockets. Pretty standard. So he has LG and rockets, but he doesn't have rail, so I'm trying to get an angle there. I can't really get it, and I make a huge mistake here. Like, he does some pretty good dodging, and I spawn red though. Use some plasma. I end up giving away that AC angle, but I do a lot of plasma damage there, so he's like 150 maybe collective stack. Hit a rail, get this yellow, and then I can't really do anything. Go down once again, but he's still low, so I'm going to pick up this rail gun and try to do some damage on the red armor. I hit a rail, I hit another rail, one more gets the frag. And so now, you know, do some spawn damage when you can, because your opponent has no weapons off the spawn, and it's super easy. I do get another frag. It's unfortunate that I took that rail. I wasn't really expecting him to come from that direction. But he gets a pretty lucky rail there that pushes me behind a pillar, so I can't walk towards the Mega anymore, which gives him enough of an angle for another rail. But I get a red spawn, so it's pretty fortunate. That rocket pushed me into him and his LG. It was another fortunate frag for him. But I spawn an item, so it's not too bad. I decided to deny the 50 and do as much damage as possible. I missed that rail. That would have killed him. I went back and watched the VOD, so that would have killed him. But I missed another clutch rail. So just doing a little bit of damage here. Putting positioning on the Mega. Try to hit a rocket there. If I aimed a little bit up, whatever. Can't dwell on missed shots too much. But here I'm trying to defend the red armor, and it's annoying to miss an rail like that. So I finally get it, and he would have died there if I hit the rail, but he gets the 50 HP bubble, so I hit that rail, and yeah. So that's a rail exchange won by him. He just aimed a little bit better there. If I hit that last rail, he would have died, and I would have had Mega, and I'd been happy. Have some rockets here. I decide, you know what? I'll take a rail angle and back off. I don't need to die yet. And then I miss kind of an easy drop down there. So right now my rail's not too good. I keep picking up this rail that gets dropped though. So some standard spam. I do a lot of damage there, but he managed to get on the Mega, and I miss 3 standard rails in a row again. So pretty much my rails aren't connecting. The rails that I usually hit aren't connecting, and so it hasn't allowed me to kind of get full control of the map and really start plowing over and getting the frags back. But right here, yeah, I kind of just rush for some damage before the red armor so I can defend. Up here, I try to get to the Mega, but his LG knocks me off the position, so I just do a little bit more damage and try to defend for this yellow armor that's coming up. But then he has the rail angle on it, so I go for a rail, and a little bit too quick of a jump there. I try to come back to the yellow armor, and some good plasma spam kills me. So I'm 9 frags down at this point, and then he hits a little bit of damage, not too consequential. But right here, we remember the 2 yellows were just taken, and this red armor is up, and the Mega is going to spawn around the same time as the yellows. So it's still looking pretty rough for me. So let's see what I can do. I get my way onto the rail positioning. I do some rocket damage. Hit one more rail. And one more. So he's not looking too good. I managed to get Mega, and I get yellow. I hit that rail, and I hit that rail. So you see,
Impressive.
he missed a lot of damage there, and then I connected a lot of damage. And then I managed to have my back to the items, and now I'm looking pretty good at 100-100. And I know the red armor is coming up next, so I'm just going to try to get high positioning. I hear him with the rail. You hear that rail buzz? So I bait out the shot, and then I come out, so I can, you know, do damage and take the red. I decide to come here. I figure, you know, he's not going to be bold enough to drop for the red, so I'm just going to secure the frag. And here is a pretty big mistake by me. I take a direct rocket and a pretty good splash rocket, and I really don't want to be taking all that damage at this point. But he gets LG here, and this is calculated by me. I knew
5-minute warning.
with my amount of armor and the megas coming up right now that I could take that fight with that low health and I'd be perfectly fine. So I'm back. We're back to the red armor, and here he is with the rail. So right now I'm trying to avoid damage. You see, like that defensive double back instead of just going full on with LG. I managed to do a nice combo there. So I get one more spawn frag, and here he is with the LG. I know that both the yellows are coming up, so I'm gonna get the frag here, and then I'm gonna get this yellow, and come back for the other one. If he spawned there, I would have hit a rail, and he wouldn't have survived until this yellow came up. So there was no real danger of him spawning on the yellow. I'm just trying to get some damage here, and because he hit that rail unreturned, I have to be a little bit careful here. But he goes for an LG fight, surprisingly, which I'm willing to take at this point, because if I win this LG fight, I get red, and then I come back for Mega. So right now my stack's looking good. I have to avoid some rockets here. He has to hit some pretty decent ones. He misses that, and I think I hit that rail. Yeah, headshot. Back to the yellow. So now I do some damage here. 7 damage LG would have got me that frag, but I get it anyways. And I made a mistake right there. So I do a little bit of small damage. That's good, but I really made a mistake on control. If you remember, I picked up the Mega, and then I bought bottom yellow, and then I got a spawn frag, and then I picked up top yellow. So now Mega and top yellow on opposite ends of the map are spawning at the same time. I get another spawn frag there, not too difficult. But I did allow him his first in on the map by allowing that yellow to spawn at the same time as Mega. So spawn frag again, and back to that red. 9 is this bottom yellow. So I'm just looking around for some damage, and I'm going to pick it up. Now we got 17 is Mega and top yellow. So now I'm trying to push him over to rail side of the map. And so 51 Mega. And he doesn't take this yellow. So I'm looking pretty good. But okay, it's still looking good. Oh yeah, I remember here. So I take a rail there, and that rail is kind of a big deal. Remember, this bottom yellow is spawning at 36. So right now I'm just trying to find a way to do damage to him, but he's hiding behind every little corner and stuff. I do get the frag there, and that's okay to take the damage I did. Because I know Mega's at 51, and that yellow's up, and I have my back to it. So he's running towards this rocket launcher. I don't get the frag here, and I missed my jump to Mega. So this is actually the biggest turning point in the game, which it's all kind of because of that missed jump to Mega that allows him to get on the red armor. So I'm going to do some pretty good damage here. He tries to rocket jump out, but the LG is a pretty easy angle to hit. But still, if you look at my armor stack, it went from 69 to 0, and now I have 1 HP. Really, I should have used LG in that situation other than Rail, because then he wouldn't have gotten the yellow armor, and I probably would have killed him in the air. So that was a pretty bad weapon selection that allowed him to get through the teleporter, and then he got a lot of gauntlet damage on me. So now I'm railable, and he spawned Rail. So now I'm trying to be really careful. Luckily he doesn't hit that rail, and I grab these health bubbles because I know if I don't, then he'll just rail me. So I'm willing to take that rail for the trade. So he's too afraid to come to Mega and YA. And now I see him grab those health bubbles. What my plan is here is to secure the frag and get top YA, but I take a little bit more damage than I want to, and I'm here for the rail angle, but I slightly miss it. And now it's his end to the map. I'm out of control, sort of. You know, I'm not in control at least. So I missed another 2 rails, but he dodges pretty well there to make him hard to hit. I hit a good rocket, but I don't hit the follow-up, so that's going to allow him another in. Now, right now, I'm doing a lot of good damage. I'm just trying to do as much damage as possible so I can secure this red for myself. And I missed that rail. And that's pretty unfortunate because he does a lot of good damage there with the rocket. And he's so low still, but I can't secure the frag. Just how the spawns are, how the shots are hitting, the frag's not coming. But he's still low. I remember all the items are kind of taken, so he's unable to stack up before I spawn with a rail. And sorry, 1 second. God damn dogs. Alright.
1 minute lead lost.
Rail exchange. So he wins another rail duel, which he wins pretty much all the rail duels in this map. If you remember the one that got him back control, we're both railable, and he managed to hit it. But here we go. I'm on the red armor. It's a tied game. I see him on this mega health, so I use the plasma to push him off so I can get it to myself, and then I get positioning on the YA as well. And I miss another rail there that would have secured the frag. Now, I'm not too worried about taking damage here, because as long as I get this yellow armor, I shouldn't die. But he hits that direct rocket, and I expect him to go for it, and that splash rocket is pretty easy to follow up with. I really expected myself to do rail damage before then. And I managed to fuck up his rocket jump there, which is unexpected. And now he's going to spam that corner, so I just come around the other side. And we're going into overtime. So I still have a good mind about the items, and he's flustered. He left that mega up. He actually could have defended that mega with the rocket spawn, but I take 2 rails in succession with doing like maybe 28 damage with the LG. Or I guess 24 since it's 6 damage. And I take a lot of rockets and rails, you know, in sync. So really, I was at 200, and now I'm at 6250. I shouldn't be this low. I just didn't expect him to. I should have expected him to plus back as much as he did, and instead I was using the LG. I miss another easy rail there. I should have secured the frag. So this rocket damage is pretty consequential coming up to this. He gets a mega. And then one more rail fight. And I don't manage to land that last rail. If I did, probably game secure. But I didn't, so I didn't get those 225s. He got the yellow and the 225, so now he's looking pretty strong. So I think the main mistake there's a lot of things that led up to this. There's a lot of things I could have gone differently so far. But I do manage to land a rail there. One more. Missed that last one. But now, items aren't really coming up. So I just want to do... I'm going to get this yellow, and now I just want to do as much damage to him as possible so he doesn't run away with it. I kind of miss a lot of LG there, and he gets the red armor, so now I know I have to make something happen. I got 20 seconds to get back this frag. So I'm just going to try to hit rails. I'm waiting for him to come out that yellow teleporter, and he doesn't, and then he comes out then. So it's a little unfortunate now. 10 seconds left. I have to make up this frag, so I'm just searching for him. I know he's pretty strong, probably 3 rails to kill, and here's a mistake by him. This is a terrible mistake. He should be using the rail. So I hit a pretty good pixel rail there, and now he's on yellow armor.
Impressive.
I hit one more, and he's so weak, he's screaming. I have 2 seconds. I gotta bring it to overtime. So I hit one more rail. Now I grab these 25s, I grab the LG, and he spawns red armor. That's the best spawn he could have gotten in this situation. So I try to land some damage there to mitigate the red armor. I missed the rail. I really had to hit that. Now he came over here. I missed the rocket damage, and I missed that rail. So he gets on Mega. Nothing I can do there. I missed one more rail, and he gets on YA, and now the game is over. There's nothing I can do now. He's on 200, 150, and I'm on 5 HP. He just got that yellow armor as well. So I brought it into overtime, but if he got any other spawn than the plasma red armor, I would have been in full control and coming into the second overtime. But you know, 50 or 25% chance to get that spawn, and he ends up getting it. So he gets because of some consecutive missed shots from me, he manages to get full control off the spawn and managed to, just use it to close out the game. So well played by him. There's a lot of different situations where this game could have gone differently in order for me to win, but it's not always going to happen that way. Looking at the accuracies, they're pretty even. It's not like I was missing everything. He definitely missed a lot of rails too. Less than half of them, but still. So now, it's 7 frags down. I'm just trying to... I don't like forfeiting during tournament matches because people are paying to see these games. They donate to see Quake, and when you forfeit, they're seeing less Quake. So it's kind of like... I don't know, I think it's kind of rude to the donators when you forfeit your matches. But there you go, GG. I think, yeah, I did have a better item control, but he ended up with about 2k more damage, I think. But it was pretty close until the last 2 minutes of, the second overtime. It's just, we can say I lost it when he spawned red armor, and that if he didn't spawn red armor, I would have won. But I think that's a bad way to blame your loss. You shouldn't blame your losses on what you can't control, because you can't get better that way. You have to blame your losses on what you can control. So, thinking back, there's a situation where I should have used LG in order to push him off the yellow armor, but I had the rail out, and so he managed to get the yellow armor, and with the yellow armor, he managed to do enough damage with the gauntlet to get me down to 1 HP and bring me out of control, so I couldn't convert my frags anymore. So a good lesson there is have LG out in that situation, so in case he spawns at mega health, you can just float him in the air. But yeah, I have to be right back. 1 minute.